How do you know what's expected of you? It's all about building rapport with your boss and your team. First, as a new leader, you need to clarify your boss's expectations. Make absolutely sure you're both on the same page in terms of his or her expectations for you and your team. What are the metrics and outcomes that define success? Which tasks or processes do they care about the most and why? You want to understand their view of the work that takes place on your team. Talk through it and be very clear. Okay, now you're ready to meet your team to discuss goals and group norms. Starting with goals, it's now time, just like you did with your boss, to talk about what success looks like. What are the team's major goals and exactly how will we know we've achieved them? When you're the new boss, one great rule of thumb is to not start with a radically new set of goals, unless you're following a mandate. Typically, you don't want to cause massive anxiety on day one unless you absolutely must. Also, as a general rule, remember that goal setting is best viewed as a collaborative dialogue established through a partnership with your employees. Don't dictate. Work with them because when you do, people feel ownership and higher motivation. It's also wise to follow up this team meeting with personal one-on-one talks to ensure you have strong goal agreement and clarity, and that each individual understands the milestones you expect to see as they make progress towards their goals. Next, have the group define team norms. This should take place within your first week. Norms are informal rules of behavior that guide the group. Believe it or not, they're often more effective than formal rules and regulations in terms of shaping behaviors at work. Defining your norms is up to you and the group. There is no perfect set of ideas here. However, consider discussing these popular norms, often associated with high-performing teams. Being positive and respectful, showing up on time, and being prepared. Don't rush. Spend some time on this because norms reflect what the group really values. Your list should probably contain somewhere between 5 and 10 ideas. When you're done, distribute the list to all group members and make sure the norms are posted visually in a place everyone will see them. And don't forget, norms must be enforced to have power. This isn't a negative thing, just something simple. For example, when someone's late to a meeting and that's a norm violation, maybe they have to contribute $1 to the office coffee fund. Norms matter, so find a way to enforce them. At first, the issue of expectations can seem fuzzy, but you'll soon gain clarity through dialogue with your boss to understand exactly what they need, and a discussion with the team to nail the initial goals and the norms required to make you successful.